Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a different video. I'm just going to show you what I've been using to study Revelations. I'm just going to go through how I normally do my routine. It's just going to be a short, sweet video, and I hope that just encourages you. So let's get into my morning routine. So I normally start with all my Bibles over here, and I've been keeping the stuff I've been using for Revelations because my morning devotional has been all about Revelations for the last couple of weeks. So I grab all of my books and the infamous sheet pencil that I use in a ton of my videos. So sometimes I'll sit in bed, sometimes I'll sit here, but what I need for studying Revelations is my journal Bible. I then also got this scripture journal, and the most important part for me has been this one. This is devotions throughout the book of Revelations. It explains a lot of it in more detail, gives you a lot of history and background, and it's just been really helpful. This is 36 days, so it actually takes apart some of the verses over 2 or 3 days, and it's just been really good and in depth. So the first thing that I do every morning is grab this one, and I've already done mine for today, but I just wanted to show you kind of how I normally do it, because instead of filming it where I feel like sometimes I can't just do it as organically, I wanted to just show you how I do it. So I normally start and I look right at the top where it says read, and so I read Revelation 16, so before I actually read it, I stop, I put this to one side, and I grab my pink Bible and I go and head over to Revelation 16. And so I then go ahead and read. As you can see, I've made some notes. These are my notes, like my initial thoughts. So before I read the book, these are just the things that I'm thinking, what God's saying to me, the things I think make sense, all that kind of stuff. So I just underline and everything from my very first reading of it. After I've done that, I then go back to the devotional study book and I start to work through. And it really breaks down kind of verses by verse, so it's not just in one chunk. And so as I read this, I also somehow manage to balance. I'm going to try and tuck this under my screen. There we go. I also open this one. So I kind of put my pink Bible to one side and I grab the scripture journal. And I really like the scripture journal because, as you can see, it has scripture, it has the whole of Revelations in quite big font, and then it has the space on the side to make notes. And so I then go through this book and I make notes. Sometimes I repeat the stuff that they've said in this book, which I would like to remember, historical context or context of visions, or where it talks about references to the Old Testament. I underline again, and I think this is what's been really helpful, is not just reading it once on the pink Bible, but reading it here as well. I think helps me to remember it more because I've read it twice and underlined it twice, and I think I'm just studying it a little bit deeper, and because it's taking either like a whole chapter because it's not that long, or 6 or 7 verses, I'm just really getting more in-depth info. And so 16 actually spread across 3 pages, so you can see sometimes I make notes on the actual scripture side, sometimes I make notes on the note side, and I basically go through excuse me, I'm losing my voice, so bear with me. I go through all of the kind of notes in the devotional and the study guide, and I make all my notes on here. And then I close up my scripture books, and I close with looking at the reflection. I haven't really been writing down the reflection. I've mostly been thinking about it and pray about it. I tend to do my prayer time before I get into the word because I find that I can be a reluctant prayer, and so sometimes I usually always will pray first and then I'll get into the word, and then sometimes it will prompt me to pray or to just think about stuff. But that's been how I've been studying Revelations. I've really enjoyed using both the scripture journal and my actual Bible. I wasn't sure if I was going to like having both, but I really liked reading it twice and making notes twice and having a companion and not just guessing it. So yeah, that has been it. I'll flip you around. So yeah, that is it. That's how I've been studying Revelations every morning. I'm on day 26 now out of 36. I've only got 10 left. But I've been really enjoying it, and it's been a great way to study Revelations. And I've really enjoyed it because it's the final book in me reading the whole of the Bible all the way through at once. And so it's taken me, I started it last year in lockdown, so it's been over a year at this point, but not that long really. So I'm excited. Let me know what you think, where I should start next, because I want to start reading the Bible all the way through again once I finish Revelations. I'm really interested in maybe buying more of those scripture journals and some companions, and actually going in depth with other books too, because I think that's a really good way to learn. But yeah, I hope it encourages you to check out Revelations. Don't be afraid to read it. Grab a companion book and it will make it so much easier. It's not as daunting as people make it out to be if you've got the right resources. So yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed Sunday, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!